Hey, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to another video, and this is a paid request from Mark. Thank you so much for that. For those interested, requesting any type of videos, random thoughts, streams, commentaries, reactions, movie reviews, re-reviews, video game playthroughs, whatever the case may be, feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal. Do have a CashApp as well. Links are down below in the info box, and I will get to it as soon as I possibly can. For those who sent them, thank you. I really do appreciate it. Now, he wanted me to react to this video from Arken the American called How Liberty Dies, the Politics of Star Wars. Now, I don't know if I'll be able to show the video because, number one, just sifting through this, there's a lot of Star Wars stuff which Disney owns. Obviously, this guy was able to get it up and be fine, but I don't trust Disney, YouTube, whatever the hell you want to call it, any of them. Because usually if I upload stuff, I get that. So, as boring as it may be, I will put the link down below. If you want to open up another tab, another window, feel free. And you can follow along with me. Also, I didn't get this guy's permission, Arken the American. He may be like, "No, you can't use my shit, fuck off." I do have the subtitles on, so I'll be able to hear, be able to understand what's being said and stuff. So I'm pausing the beginning for those who want to follow along. 3, 2, 1, pressing play. An Arken the American production. Okay. Fuck Star Wars nowadays. I'll say that. Fuck Star Wars nowadays. I like The Mandalorian Season 1 and 2. That's it. Phantom Menace, I could deal with certain aspects of it. Cool to see this old footage from back today, the news footage. Yeah, that's the thing people complained about in the old prequels, myself included, all the damn Senate stuff. I don't know about Star Wars has always been political. I mean, sure, if you want to search for it, you can find anything political if you really want to search for it. Aliens. Hell, Alien. I could find political shit in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Maybe about immigration. I don't know. Just, like, if you look far enough, you could look into politics and anything, but they weren't as prevalent in your face like they kind of were in the prequels because it's part of their story, and definitely much more so in Disney. Wow, movie phone. I forgot about movie phone back in the day. That's right. This is when episode 3 came out. Said how it was just one film. It was successful. Then it became 3 films. Hayden Christensen. I always thought Hayden Christensen sucked as an actor. I know people like him. I don't care. That's fine. I never thought he was a good actor. I always thought he was kind of a lame actor. I thought he's just nodding his head like, "Hey, you're signing the checks, George." "Okay, George." Just to be honest, I don't give a shit about George Lucas either. I mean, Disney Star Wars is worse, but George Lucas is full of shit too. The whole thing, I still remember the whole thing when he did those special editions, and then he's like, "I'm going to get rid of the original versions of Star Wars and Empire. I'm going to get rid of the original versions because these new special editions with new CGI is what I prefer." Yeah, but the fans don't prefer that. "I don't give a fuck. They're my movies." Yet, he was the guy fighting against colorization on TNT Turner, Ted Turner, fighting that. "Those aren't your movies, George, so why do you give a shit?" But he didn't matter. People complain about your oh, now that's happened to you, then it's in a different tune. So, to me, George Lucas is as much full of shit as the people at Disney. Just maybe for different reasons. So he's talking about, Phantom Menace. I saw Phantom Menace in the theater, and I liked it for what it was. And when you watch the Phantom Menace, like, you see, there's CGI, but there's actually some practical stuff in there too, like explosions and stuff. So he's going through the story of Phantom Menace. But I didn't hate Phantom Menace. It has its issues, it has its problems, yeah, but I didn't hate Jar Jar Binks when I first. But I mean, when I first saw it, I was probably, how old would I have been? 16? Probably would have been like 16 years old when I first saw it. I'm like, okay, it's cool. Cool lightsaber battles. Cool music. Love the Duel of the Fates music. Darth Maul seems like a neat villain. Badass. But these Senate meetings, I mean, idea is part of the story, but would I say I really gave a shit about? No. Terrence Stamp. I always forget Terrence Stamp was in it. There'd be a lot of times where Terrence Stamp would pop up and go, he's in this? Like Elektra. He's in this? Yeah, he's a manipulative piece of shit. That also, I guess, had clones of himself in the Disney fucking whatever. Less said about that, the better. There's no interest in the common good, yeah. I just, to be honest, when I looked at these prequel Star Wars films, I didn't give a shit about the political implications. I really didn't. Just shows how easily manipulated these fools are. Sorry, Natalie Portman, you fucked up. You put your money on the wrong horse there. Just Palpatine is full of shit. Someone should have shot him right in the fucking face back then. Yeah, you have your three battles. You have the space battle, you have the battle on land, and then you have the lightsaber battle. Oh, but wait a minute, you need to do your healing Jedi power on Qui-Gon Jinn, right? Because Jedi can do that, right? They can heal when you're dead. You can bring people back from the dead and heal them. Is that the thing that Palpatine told, fucking Anakin? That's the power of the dark side? Oh, is that because she's the daughter of Palpatine? That's why she's able to do that? Yes, there are poor people. There's poor people everywhere in every fucking universe. Can't believe there's so slavery in this galaxy. There's slavery in the world we live in right now. Depending which country you fucking look at, there's still fucking slaves. Some sex slaves. Bunch of Harvey Weinsteins running around there. I will give credit where credit's due with George Lucas. He did try to create new environments with the prequels. Because the Disney films, they just copy the older stuff. Here's a snow planet. Here's a planet that looks like the Ewoks live at. Here's a Tatooine again and again and again. So at least the prequels tried to have different environments. I appreciate that. We're just copying the older films. So I have no issues with that. Got Sam Jackson, you got Jimmy Smits. Yeah, Attack of the Clones. I didn't give a shit about the political implications of that because I thought the film was just boring as shit. Ewan McGregor does what he can. I think Ewan McGregor is the best part of the movie. Ewan McGregor is easily the best part of Attack of the Clones. He does a good job. And I like these aliens here who make the clones. I like their design. They're like tall and slim, and I just like the aesthetic. We gotta explain how there's a stormtrooper and how there's a stormtrooper army and how that all happened. Now this actor, I always forget his damn name. Tamir Morrison. He was in this movie Once Were Warriors. Been quite a few films. You know what? I never saw the Boba Fett TV show. Now that I think about it, I never saw the Boba Fett TV show. Although I heard that's fucking garbage. To be honest with TV shows, I've only seen The Mandalorian season 1 and 2, which I liked. I heard the third season was awful. I saw 1 or 2 episodes of Obi-Wan, and then I didn't get requested anymore, so I'm like, if no one wants to request it, I ain't going to continue to watch this shit. Same with, what was her name? Rosario Dawson played her, damn it. I think I saw 1 episode of her show, but no one requested anymore, so I'm like, fuck you, I'm not watching any more of this shit. I didn't watch Andor, I didn't watch The Bad Batch, I didn't watch, or that one with the kids. Like, nobody talks about that one, too. What's the one with the kids? Fuck them kids, I know. I type Star Wars kids. Let me type. I'm just going to do a Star Wars. If I learn how to type Star Wars kids. Galaxy of Adventures. What the fuck is that? I don't fucking know. Star Wars TV shows. Tales of the Empire, Tales of the Jedi, Andor, The Acolyte, Skeleton Crew, Bad Batch, Ahsoka. So I saw 1 episode of Ahsoka, 1 or 2 episodes of Obi-Wan, first 2 seasons of Mandalorian. That's pretty much it. I didn't see the Clone Wars. I didn't see Droids. I didn't see the rest of Ahsoka, Skeleton Crew, Bad Batch, Acolyte. I didn't see any of that. I heard most of that was dog shit. As my first act with this new authority, I'll create a grand army of the Republic. Yeah, he was able to do it because everybody else is a fucking moron, including the Jedi. Well, because he's such a Sith. Such a evil Sith. All the Jedi combined couldn't realize what the fuck was going on. His goal was to fix what's broken. You know what? Why don't he just flat out tell them, hey, that motherfucker is a Sith. Look into it. Hey, Jedi, I know I was one of you. Look into that motherfucker. He's a Sith Lord. See, he just lack of communication. That's what it is. Just complete lack of communication is the breakdown of society. It is for this. If they all learned about communication, things probably would have worked out a lot better. Yeah, the whole bug. I didn't give a shit about these damn bugs. You think with Jedi, like, they would all use their force push and just push all the fucking droids away? I'm thinking too much of Star Wars The Force Unleashed video game. It's just funny to see Christopher Lee on that fucking thing. Here's Yoda, which I know got a big response back to the day. Just, oh, Yoda with a lightsaber. Great, he jumped around like a jumping bean. Like a damn frog. Some would say, well, but the way Yoda is, would he need to use a lightsaber? But, yeah, sense of something to do for fun. And it definitely got the response from people in the theater back to the day. The point of no return for the Republic, yeah. So, obviously this first section is going to the politics of the prequels. I mean, I don't really care, to be honest, but, you know. Just when I think of politics, I think of all the stupid politics they force into Disney stars nowadays. Well, at least they did. Men suck, women rule, DEI. It's all about diversity. It's also about making shit up. Yep, you have powers to heal. Yep, that lady can fly through fucking space. Like, go through Mary Poppins. All Jedi can do that. A galaxy divided. I've heard the Clone Wars show, and a lot of people really like it. They really enjoy it. I think I never really went on my way to watch it because, number one, Attack of the Clones, I've never been a fan of that movie. Number two, like, we kind of know everything about it, meaning we know where it's leading to. We know who lives and who dies. We know, well, Obi-Wan's going to live, and Anakin's going to become Vader, and these other Jedi are going to die, because there's not supposed to be any other Jedi by the time A New Hope comes about. There's supposed to be just Obi-Wan and Luke. So why would there be any others? Because if there were any other Jedi, wouldn't they be coming up and helping? Yoda wouldn't be saying, there is another, and it's just Leia. Well, there's also Ahsoka and these other fucking people. What? By the way, how does... They probably do explain how the fuck Ahsoka is mixed in with all that. I mean, Ahsoka was in Mandalorian, so that means she's also alive when Luke is alive. Well, Luke might have needed that fucking help against the Emperor, Ahsoka. Just saying. Hey, Ahsoka, you bitch. You talk about Billy Badass Jedi. I think Luke might have needed your fucking help. Just saying. I have a feeling she wasn't supposed to be alive, but someone liked her and they made her alive. I could be wrong on that. Hate to be the bearer of bad news, Mr. Squirrel Man or Raccoon Man. There's never any way to get away from war. Never. Whether within your community or outside, there's always going to be, with statistics, you get a group of people, there's going to be one person who's mad, pissed off, angry, horny, wanting money, wanting power, wanting sex, wanting materials, wanting something. And there's always going to be some outside force wanting to annihilate, wanting to destroy, wanting to conquer, wanting to do whatever horrible things they care about. And you either stay there and take it, or you can fight back. I mean, it's the animal kingdom. An animal comes across another animal. They may be friendly, but they may also kill. They may also eat. They may also attack in defiance or in protection or for food. Yeah, you always take it too far, but pacifism can always be taken too far as well. There's extremes on both sides, not just one. Yeah, well, what they fail to realize is always going to be someone who is going to try to fuck you over, screw you over, care about their own needs, their own wants. They don't stab you in the back, and they don't care about fair, because they don't go fuck fair. I got an opportunity to stab you in the back, I'm going to take it, and you'd either be dead or alive. Hey, I'm glad you kept your principles, you're just dead. So, do you want to live or do you want to die? Live for nothing or die for something. Your call. That's the thing with the clone. Like, we know where this is all going. I think that, again, that's why prequels were never really a big thing for me. Very few prequels that I can enjoy. I mean, technically, Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom is a prequel. Just for some reason, they decided to have that take place before Raiders. I think someone explained it. I forget what the explanation was. So I guess technically Temple of Doom's a prequel. So I love Temple of Doom. But Missing in Action to the beginning, but that wasn't meant to be a prequel. It was meant to be the first film, but they thought the second film was a better film, so the second film became the first film. And the first film became the second, aka a prequel. Although I like all three Missing in Action films. There's probably some other prequels I don't mind, but there's not a ton of them. I mean, honestly, if I look up prequels, if I just type film prequels, don't give a shit about Pearl. I mean, Bambi 2, Psycho 4 is there. I don't mind Psycho 4. Dominion, prequel to The Exorcist, the beginning. Solo, a Star Wars story. Rogue One, fuck them movies. Prometheus, fuck that movie. Alien Covenant, fuck that movie. Amityville 2, didn't mind it. The Thing from 2011, that's a piece of shit. Tremors 4, The Legend Begins. Red Dragon, Hannibal Rising, no. Fundus on 3, sucked. Final Destination 5 sucks. X-Men Origins Wolverine wasn't that good of a movie. Don't give a shit about the Hobbits. Tested Chance on Mastery at the Beginning, horrible prequel. Wrong Turn 4, Wrong Turn 5. Shit. Didn't mind Bumblebee. Death Race 2 and 3, they were okay for direct-to-video films. I didn't hate them. Colin Star Island, I guess Colin Star Island is technically a prequel. Just technically Saw X is a prequel. Mufasa sucked. Scorpion King I didn't like. Give a shit about Ballerina. Anyway, sorry. I guess it gets into, do you really want to watch Star Wars to listen to all this political mumbo jumbo? Or do you want to watch Star Wars to see a boy and a girl in a galaxy far, far away, fantasy, good guys defeat the bad guys, save the day? Idea though, it's meant to bring a little bit more, it's supposed to bring a little bit more merit, a little bit more food for thought. Although to be honest, I prefer Star Trek when it comes to that, especially the old show and first 6 or so movies. I mean, that's the thing, I was always more of a Star Trek guy than Star Wars guy. When I say Star Trek, I mean like the old show that was 3 seasons long. The animated cartoon that was, what, a season or so, and then the first 6 movies. Even part 5 I could watch. I like the 3 Star Wars films, but I was more into Star Trek. I can admit that. Much more into Star Trek. Not the stuff afterward. This generation is there, and the other stuff afterwards, like whatever. Movie-wise, what was that, Star Trek Section 31? I didn't see that. I heard that was fucking garbage. Like a lot of movies today are garbage. Prime's like, we already know this shit. Yeah, it's a lot of corruption, and they're too fucking slow to figure it out, and by the time they figure it out, it's too damn late. I remember, what was it, in Phantom Menace? You find out like one of the aliens is actually the aliens from E.T. Divert money for war instead of helping people with electricity and stuff. Sounds like today. Let's send all our money to Ukraine, but let's not help whatever the hell's going on here. Like people in North, South Carolina and Florida and now California with all the fires. Like, they need help, but we're not going to help them. Okay. I don't know if they still haven't helped them or not. There's a lot more to it than meets the eye. All politics suck and they're all full of shit. Yeah, sure. Yeah, but how much do you believe in it? Nope, no new chancellor because Palpatine's a piece of shit. Should have had Sherlock fucking Holmes. He'd have figured this out. Lickety split. The beginning of the end. Then the Clones TV shows when good and evil were blurred. Oh, Tarkin. So, God, Peter Cushing would play in Star Wars: A New Hope. What was it, Admiral Tarkin? Or was it Grand Admiral? I mean, Admiral Tarkin. Pretty much, like, we should push it. We should be a bit more... not be so strict on our moral code, pretty much saying. Yeah, they're peacekeepers, but then they go out and fight wars, kill, destroy when it's supposed to be peacekeepers. Definitely a contradiction. I mean, I guess what you could say is that this show at least gives a better understanding to the viewer as to why Anakin changes and goes to the dark side. And maybe at the very least that could help explain so it doesn't seem like it's such a 180 as this gradual process. But the fear, I mean, there's also a lot of times the Jedi Council could have talked and chatted and sat down with Anakin, and they could have handled things a lot fucking better too. The whole truth, but nothing but the truth. Maybe you can't handle the truth. Yeah, it's true. Like, why would you not tell Anakin Skywalker, oh, by the way, your friend, your mentor is alive, but you need to pretend that he's dead? Like, why would you not tell him? Why would you not let him know? Why would you not let him in? How many times do you get lied, betrayed? Because he's never seen the Chancellor lie to him, so he thinks he's one of the only people he could trust. Jedi use deception, all this other shit, like, infects a psyche like a virus. Yeah, it does look a little bit like Blade Runner. Like I said, I do appreciate that there was these different type of environments. Again, just instead of just repeating the old shit like new Star Wars does. I think sadly, like Star Wars, it's just been so overplayed, and it didn't need to be. Just so fucking overplayed with stuff. And it's just to a point now that you just just sick and tired of seeing. At least I'll speak for myself. So sick and tired of seeing Star Wars shit. Really am. There's been just so goddamn many Star Wars stuff. Like, didn't need that many goddamn TV shows, and it wasn't. It was supposed to be movies. I remember when it was like, oh, we don't make like 3 movies a year. Well, after Rise of Skywalker didn't do what they wanted, and the bad word of mouth. Same with Solo, Star Wars Story, even maybe to an extent Rogue One. They realized, okay, we need to. It's been a while since you've seen a Star Wars movie come out, but now they don't do the Mandalorian. Which I know some people go, well, why are you not looking forward to that? You liked the first 2 seasons. Because I heard the 3rd season was shit. I heard Boba Fett was shit. Well, you heard you didn't see it. Well, I'm not wasting my fucking time to see it unless it's a paid request. Because I've seen enough shitty Star Wars to last me a lifetime. Unless I get a paid request for it, I'm like, I don't need to see more. Well, I guess technically the girl's not wrong. An army fighting for the dark side, but the dark side is right there, the Emperor. It really goes to show you the Jedi are just really dumb pieces of dumbasses. The Jedi were really big dumbasses back in the day. Led to the galaxy being fucked up. I mean, Rosario Dawson seems like she's a good fit for this character of Ahsoka. So, like, when I saw the one episode, well, I saw the episode in The Mandalorian season 2, and I liked her in it. I don't know about her own show. That's the thing. Other than Mandalorian season 1 and a bit of season 2, has it really been a show that has gotten good notice? It's Andor, but that's something I don't give a flying fuck about, because the character from Rogue One, who was boring as shit in Rogue One, and then you know what's going to happen to him. She's going to end up going to that thing and getting the plans and dying, like everybody else died in that movie. So what's the fucking point? Isn't that guy the guy that got made fun of? I don't know if it's him. One of those guys who, yeah, is it this guy with the damn coat on? Which, I mean, why do you need a coat on inside? Was he the one making fun of Star Wars Theory because he teared up when he saw Luke Skywalker on the Mandalorian season 2? If he was like Kevin Smith and cried in every other fucking trailer, okay, he's like, okay, this is a bit much, but didn't seem like that was the case. But then this guy made fun of the Star Wars Theory guy. I'm like, oh, that kind of behavior, no wonder people hate your ass. Well, I mean, the company always blames fans. It's always the fans' fault. The fans did this, the fans did that. Well, fine, keep doing, ignore the fans, keep doing what you do, and then we'll see what happens. Oh, The Last Jedi and Rise of, that happened. Well, you didn't have to listen. You should have just done what the fuck you want, and you see where it gets you. Well, I don't know if I would buy that you see that the clones have a friendship with the Jedi, because as soon as it turns, they immediately turn and try to kill the Jedi. Like, if you had some clones be like, I don't know about that. Like, maybe what we're doing isn't right. Make them more compliant to orders. I think this is answering my question. I mean, the whole thing also with the stormtroopers, when they had that in The Force Awakens, man, you could have done a whole lot more with that, man. You could have done a whole lot more, and you fucking didn't. You fucking didn't, and it's so fucking ridiculous. Just a lot of stuff you could have done, man. A lot of stuff you could have done. See, even Anakin doesn't believe in him. I mean, Anakin, you're doing the same fucking thing to him what the Jedi did to you. Like, Anakin, you don't think this is a bit weird? You don't think this is a bit strange? They wanted him to shut up, and now they did? Gee, I wonder why. And Anakin still can't figure that out? Anakin's a dumb fuck, too. He's a dumbass. Oh, shit happens, dude. Sorry. You have to trick without a paddle. Just how it goes. What do you expect him? They all pulled a gun on him when he was standing there, so what do you think he was going to do? Tap dance? Stick a finger up his ass and play damn a pogo stick? So yeah, this video was not what I thought it was going to be. When I saw the title of the video, I thought it was actually going to be about the Disney Star Wars and the bullshit they kind of fed into this. I didn't know it was literally just about the prequels and the Clone Wars and all that stuff. I didn't know that, so. Well, I literally thought, okay, when are we going to get to the Disney Star Wars and the bullshit they force feed, and that's not that's not this kind of video, I guess. Whoops. I mean, did Prequels do? This guy definitely did his homework, took his time, edited a lot of footage, very concise in his thoughts. I could never do something like this. Could never do something like this. You definitely need to put a lot of passion into something like this. So good on him. Got 7 million views in 3 years. Good on him, man. Good on him. He'll never see this, but hey, buddy, congrats on it. Not that he gives a shit what I say, just I'm a nobody. Gives a shit what I say. Shut up, plane. Like, it took you this time to wonder, making this clone army seems pretty suspect in the timing. As soon as you don't need it, you just happen to have a clone army. As if this was all pre-planned. Yoda looks more like a fucking baby in the show there. He looks smaller for some reason. He's a baby. He's like a baby. Yoda is supposed to be so wise, you obviously don't know what the fuck's going on here, you dumbass. Green Goblin looking motherfucker. Look at a clean on forehead. And that guy always looked like a penis head. Or a dickhead. Play his game. Bullshit. There ain't no goddamn games to play, Yoda. You playing fucking games would help cause bullshit in the first place. You and your fucking games. Yeah, he knows to some extent what's coming, but he doesn't do much or shit about it, so fucking useless. That was an interesting shot before him screaming. You have the visage of Vader's helmet in the back. Well, funny enough, it's funny I'm watching this because it reminds me of another request Mark sent me about the Japanese and how the Japanese, how come the government was so horrible during World War II, where yesteryear, I forget it was World War One or a different war, they would treat the prisoners well in POW camps and they seemed a bit more fair. But as time went on, there was all these atrocities and experiments and viciousness and competition who would kill the most. And it was because of how different people in the military got more and more into the government, more and more power. Plus it felt like every other week a new leader was killed, assassinated. That was always a weird thing. I remember hearing about that they brought back Darth Maul. I'm like, really? You brought back Darth Maul? Okay. And what was the movie that, like, there was a movie that featured him in it too. I forget what fucking movie it was. I really do not remember what that was. But there was a movie that featured films. I mean, I hate these fucking phones because you type something and it's so goddamn small. Episodes of the Clone Wars. Solo, a Star Wars story, hologram only. That's what it was. I'm not even sure that was like deleted scene or what. Can't remember. I don't remember much about Solo, a Star Wars story. I don't think anyone else does either. For dear reason. This movie fucking sucks. Played you for a fool for the longest fucking time. Just shows how dumb everybody else is. No, some things are not better left unsaid. That's your fucking problem in the first place. No one wants to say anything. No one wants to sit down in community and talk. And say, you're full of shit. You just don't want to say anything, ruffle feathers, then you get more and more in deeper shit. And yeah, just so weird to see Darth Maul after Phantom Menace. Ahsoka going to tell any of this to Anakin that, hey, this is Darth Maul and he told me that you're the T and this guy going to make you destroy the Jedi? You know, tell him any of this? Of course not. See, if he just jammed his lightsaber right through his fucking neck, everything would be fine. That's the thing. He wants to kill him, but he doesn't. He feels that Palpatine can save his wife, his loved one. Now, see, if Mace Windu's like, okay, let's arrest him, this wouldn't have happened, but no. I remember there were still there were like theories that people said, well, maybe Mace Windu's alive. Okay, he got his arm cut off. He got electrocuted here, shot, and thrust out the fucking window. And then still people, oh, maybe he's alive. I'm like, really? You think Mace Windu's alive? Nightfall. This ain't Batman. No, I'm just kidding. I know. Nightfall. This ain't fucking Batman story. Yep, he killed a bunch of kids. And I'm supposed to give a flying fuck about Anakin Skywalker, Darth Vader, whatever the hell. Like, this guy murdered a bunch of kids and I'm supposed to give a shit about? It's like when Luke tried to kill Han Solo's kid. We find out what the Last Jedi is. Like, what the fuck, really? There goes Mr. Dickhead. And there goes that one Jedi that was in the cartoons. Everybody getting the shit killed out of them. Of the 10,000 Jedi, only 100 remain. Among them Obi-Wan, and I guess Ahsoka. Well, Yoda, that's true as well. I guess technically Anakin as well. This is how liberty dies, with an applause. Hence the title of the video, How Liberty Dies, with applause. Because now they're in a dictatorship, and now there's fear that if they argue, well, we'll just go kill your sorry ass too. Then clearly, they're like, hey, these guys tried to kill me, and you said they were peacekeepers. Now they go out killing. They thought they were better than us. Now they took over power. They even tried to murder me. And hey, you believed in me so long? Well, you're easily manipulated fools, so there you go. This is how liberty dies, with thunderous applause. See if Padme had not rushed over. Hey, he did warn you he had the high ground. That's what you get. That was a decent game. I did play the PS2 Revenge of the Sith. Star Wars Episode 3. That was a decent game. The lightsaber battles, lightsaber fights, especially against the other Jedi, was kind of fun. At times challenging, at times fun. So I did not mind that game. I think sadly something happened where there was a screw up, and there's a certain part of the game I couldn't play. But thankfully I was able to play the final part. Oh, shut up, stomach. Yeah, the fall of Anakin, because so many people were dumb shits. Maybe that's the moral. Most people in Star Wars are dumb shits. I know there's a lot more to it, I know. This guy did a much better job explaining it than I ever could. I'd just be repeating his thought process. I just don't look at Star Wars that way. I just never looked at Star Wars in that way, in that fashion. It was this, I mean, just like back to the day with Flash Gordon. People didn't look into it that deeply. Okay, I do not think it's criminally underrated writing. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, dude. I do not think the prequels have criminally underrated writing. I don't like sand. I mean, even like Harrison Ford says, it's one thing, it's another thing to say this shit. So I don't agree with criminally underrated writing. Maybe it's like that on the cartoon, but the movies, no, I'm not going to go that far. No, sorry. Yeah, maybe the cartoon, but George Lucas has never been that great of a writer compared to other people. Well, I mean, don't listen to Chris Stuttman. He's a guy that now, if he doesn't like something, he won't say it. I mean, no, there's a reason why people now call him Chris Suckman. Because the reason he doesn't want to give like negative reviews is because he wants to get into the Hollywood. He wants to get into movie making. He doesn't want to piss off the wrong people. Of course, they expect a swashbuckling adventure, because that's what the three films were popular for. Guess what? Those three films were not popular because of the political complications and amplifications. They weren't. I did appreciate you wanting to do something a little bit more, a little bit different. Same with the hell. I like the Matrix sequels, and they have a bit more of a complicated story about what it means to about fate and a pattern that arises, and by the end of the third film, how really like if you think of like body, mind, and soul, the Matrix is the mind, we humans are the body, and remarkably enough, this machine is the soul, and that's why it's glowing. Is about the connection of the three. If all three connected once again, we'd all be peaceful, because we're not splintered. And then people go, "What the fuck?" Like they just want that first Matrix movie didn't dive and delve into that. So that's the direction people are liking. So when you twist them to this, yeah, there may be people like me who don't mind it, who liked it, who appreciate it, like me that time, or maybe some later. But there's going to be a much bigger portion of people that liked what they saw before, continue that direction. It's fine you want to do something a little bit different, but don't be surprised if there's a little bit of upheaval over it. And it's all subjective, and we can only give our own personal subjective. So for me, no, I did not give a shit about Star Wars films being more political. Whether in this way or in the different DEI woke way of Disney Star Wars. I don't like either one. It's not by preference. Again, maybe because the three Star Wars films I liked, but I wasn't this diehard fan like other people were. Again, I was probably a bit more into Star Trek, Ninja Turtles, Rambo films, all sorts. Hell, Rambo, you say is political. But that's not why I like and enjoy it. Jedi fell long before the Purge. Yeah, you're right about that. Well, congrats to Jacob for the video. Obviously, a lot of effort was put into this. A lot of editing, footage, a lot of stuff was put into this. So credit where credit's due. I could never make a video like this. Congrats on that. Cool that you had footage from like the premiere of Phantom Menace. I do remember back to the day that there were people that they were excited. They've been waiting months and months in lines. There's two documentaries about that. There's Star Wars and Star Wait, about people waiting in lines. One was for I think episode 1 and one was episode 2. I think Star Wars episode 1 and Star Wait, they were waiting in line for episode 2. It was crazy time. I mean, Phantom Menace was probably the most hyped film of all time. You easily made the argument. And there was just no way it was going to succeed. There was no way. Definitely Red Letter Media, when their reviews came in, which were very funny videos, you saw a lot more people not like the prequels. I know there's someone called the Prequel Strike Back, which I never saw. The Prequel Strikes Back, A Fan's Journey, which I know it's up to buy. I'd actually like to watch it before, but yeah. I don't know if that's ever anywhere for consumption. I mean, there's definitely people that do defend the prequels, so there is a I mean, compared to what Disney has done, I could totally see that, but I mean, they look better than Disney Star Wars. Like, Revenge of the Sith is better than any of the Disney Star Wars movies. It's just Revenge of the Sith, I have issues with it, but is it the worst movie ever? Far from it. But I mean, very nice job in the video, very well edited. A lot of work put into this, a lot of heart put in this. Definitely appreciate it. Thanks once again for Mark for requesting this. Take care, everyone. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye for now.